when I met Julian. He was a little boy that lived in a very poor sector of the Dominican Republic called Bayacanes. He was living in a one-room home with his mother and all of his siblings. It is Julian's duty to go down to the river to collect water for drinking and cooking for his family every day. The river in Bayacanes is very contaminated. Now, his family believes that the water is clean because it's from the river. And they drink that water as though it were safe, while in reality it was making him and his siblings very sick. This is the story of Julian and his family, but they are not unique. This is the story of millions of families throughout the Dominican Republic and the world. The answer to this devastating problem is to simply take the dirty water and change it into clean water. And we can make that possible.
Lisa's always been very passionate about art, specifically ceramics art. And when she went to the Dominican Republic, she realized that her passion for art could actually help meet a basic physical need. And so she learned as much as she could about ceramic water filters. She threw herself into her work and developed a factory and began to produce these filters. Over time, she realized that the filter was starting to lose its efficacy and the water wasn't coming out as clean as she wanted.
The first Filterpure prototype just didn't make the cut.
She couldn't sleep at night knowing that these children weren't getting the perfectly clean water that they deserved.
I was very committed that if it wasn't a filter that I would use for my own children, that I wasn't going to place it into the communities that most needed the clean drinking water.
Day after day she worked and finally developed a filter that would guarantee removing 99.9 to the 6th power of all bacteria.
The filter is made out of 3 natural ingredients: clay, sawdust, and nanoparticle silver. We take those 3 elements and we mix them all together with a strict protocol, weighing everything so that everything is precise. We then take the mixture, put it into a mold, and set that out to dry. Once it's dry, we put it into the kiln to fire, and that's when the magic happens.
The sawdust is actually burned out in the burning process, and it creates these little pores in the clay, allowing the water to pass through. And the silver is within the membrane of the filter, and it essentially just neutralizes all the bacteria. So you have a mechanical filtration and the zapping, basically, of the silver that removes the bacteria. And so the water is placed into the filter and it comes out completely pure. Employing local people to run Filterpure's factory provides the people with employment so that they can provide for their family while also giving back to the community.
I think that I'm changing the life of a lot of people in my country.
Prior to distribution, each filter goes through a quality control procedure. When we deliver the filters, we educate the families on how to use the filter, how to maintain the filter, and most of all, why the filter is important. Most families don't even understand that they're drinking dirty water.
Julian and his family have had a filter now for about 6 years, and it has made dramatic changes in their lives. When I asked Julian what the difference was in his life now that he had been drinking water from the filter, he told me that his stomach no longer hurts when he eats.
We can change not only my country, change the world.